Hey now, Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from barpatrol.net. Today we're talking about upselling, and I know for a fact that you think upselling is a tired, old, and cliche tactic in the bar and restaurant industry, but that's because you don't realize how powerful this can be to your bottom line, and that's because you don't enforce it. And don't even pretend for a second that you do, because I'm watching you. I can see you there. Okay, but I talked about upselling a couple videos ago, and I even gave an example in that video that showed you how powerful upselling can be if you just use these simple techniques. Okay, you can go check it out if you want. It's called 3 Ways to Boost Your Restaurant Profits Immediately. And in that video, I give you an example and I show you how an everyday restaurant, if they just increase their check averages $1.50 per person, can increase their revenue by about $7,000 per month just by using these simple techniques. So, today, I'm going to give you some awesome tips on upselling so you can put it directly into your business systems and train your staff. Okay, and you are constantly systemizing your business, yes? Okay, good. Don't make me come through the screen. Okay, so off we go. I'm just going to let you know right now, number 5 is my favorite tip by far, so make sure you stay tuned and watch all the way through. All right, off we go then. Tip number 1, and this is more of an ideology than really a tactic in itself, but you need to bring the enthusiasm. Okay, your staff needs to understand that they are salespeople for the menu. Okay, the menu doesn't just sell itself. So when they are presenting the menu or making suggestions about the menu to your guests, they need to bring the excitement or your guests aren't going to be excited about it. But at the same time, your servers need to be careful not to annoy the guests by pushing something that they don't want or making it seem like the restaurant, all they care about is making money. All right, so you're like, come on, just add the chicken to your salad. Everybody's doing it. All right, I'm not leaving here until you add the chicken to your salad. All right, that makes sense? All right, so enthusiasm mixed with subtlety. Okay, tip number 2, push your most profitable menu items. Okay, this means that your bartenders and servers need to know what your most profitable menu items are, which in turn means that you need to know what your most profitable menu items are so you can train them properly. Okay, heads up, it's not the chicken wings. All right, they're very expensive. So if you're in a pre-shift meeting and you're hollering out to sell and push the chicken wings, then you should be dipped in kerosene and lit on fire. No, but seriously, you need to sit down with your chef or your kitchen manager and determine your most profitable menu items in each category, meaning soups and salads, appetizers, main courses, desserts, so on and so forth. And then share those items with your staff so that they're prepared. Okay, then when the guest asks, hey, what's your best, I don't know, whatever, appetizer, main course, salad, then your staff is ready to push those items and suggest them enthusiastically. Tip number 3, suggest add-ons. And this is probably the most popular and well-known technique when it comes to upselling that everybody knows about. You know, people order a burger or a sandwich and you suggest add on bacon or avocado or cheese, or do you want to add shrimp to your pasta? And a lot of these suggestions, some people may have never even considered. And they'll be like, add a fried egg to my burger. That sounds delightful. Okay, so anyway, add-ons can really add up when it comes to your revenue, so make sure you put it into your upsell training because it works. Tip number 4, suggest that they take a dessert home. Now, I like this tactic for a couple of reasons. First off, 80% at least of people are too full when it comes time to get dessert. All right, they've had too much, so you come to the table, you ask them if they want dessert, they say no, you don't get any sales. Okay, but if instead you come there and say, hey, if you save room for dessert, we have an amazing chocolate lava cake, but if you're too full, I can easily box it up for you. You can take it home for later. Bingo. Just that suggestion gets them picturing in their minds sitting at home later watching Dancing with the Stars or whatever and indulging in that chocolate lava cake. It's just calling out to them and they just have to have it. Okay, you'll be surprised by how many people take you up on that offer. Now, the second reason I like this strategy is that upselling dessert is nice because it adds sales to the check, which is great, but it also gets people sitting at the table longer and camping out, which means we're trading time for money, right? Everyone knows that the faster we can turn tables, the more money everyone makes, all right? But by suggesting that they take the dessert to go, we get the double whammy of the sales and opening up the table for more people to come in, more sales happen quicker, all right? Bam. All right, it's like magic. It's stacking strategy upon strategy. I know. Okay, and then tip number 5, my personal favorite, probably because I used to be a bartender and a bar manager, but it is asking the guest to name their brand of alcohol. Okay, this strategy is so simple and so powerful that it should be added to the boosting profits running a restaurant hall of fame. Okay, this is how it works. When someone orders a drink, especially one containing liquor, you ask them what their favorite brand is. Okay, you can phrase this a couple different ways. So someone comes up and orders a vodka soda, you say, great, what's your favorite vodka? Or something similar. You can say, great, what vodka do you prefer? I know this sounds so simple, but what you'll find is that people like to project like an air of status about themselves. All right, so they're too embarrassed to say, I'll just have whatever's cheapest, or I'll just have the well. All right, especially if their friends are standing next to them, they want to impress them. So they're going to be like, I'll have Kettle One or I'll have Grey Goose. Okay, and you, as a super savvy bar or restaurant owner or manager, you already know that premium liquor brings in a lot more profit than well. And like I mentioned already, this really is my favorite upselling technique because it's so subtle. The guests don't even know that you're pushing high-end products. Okay, and if you think about how many drinks come through during the night, especially in high-volume bars and restaurants, this method really adds up when we're talking about increasing revenue. And if you want to sell this to your staff, especially your bartenders, all right, this is increasing their check averages as well. Their check averages are going up, which means their tips are going up. They're really going to want to use this technique as well. Okay, and then my final word before I go is that none of these tactics are going to work if you don't put these systems in place. All right, and it can't just be a suggestion like upselling is. All right, it has to be a hard rule, and you have to follow up and you have to enforce it, or your staff's not going to do it. That means if you see a bartender taking an order and the guest's like, oh, I'll have a gin and tonic, and they go, oh, sure, and they pour a well gin and tonic. After he's done, you walk over there and say, hey, did you ask her what type of gin she'd prefer? Your bartender will then fumble about with some sort of excuse or apology, to which you reply, I need you to upsell and I need you to ask what type of liquor they prefer. Can you do that for me? And then you wait for an answer. All right, this is the key question you need to ask. Can you do that for me? Okay, it holds them accountable. This is going to get them to take action. Holds them accountable, all right, and it gets them to make you a promise on the spot. Okay, so I hope that helps motivate you to put upsell training into your business and training systems. Remember, small incremental increases in check averages add up to big sales. Okay, so go make something great happen today. Go make $1 billion. I appreciate you being here. I am going to see you next time. I'm out.